Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another footy talk. Hey, Lewis is back, bro. First time since the cup final. What you telling me, bro?
Still not over that final, man. I'll be so real with you. The way we lost, to the team that we lost to the injuries, just the poor individual performances, to this pussy old manager, to everything. Everything's just a joke. Now we gotta just try and salvage our FA Cup hopes because that's the only bit of copium that we have to still keep him in the job. Apparently, we can go win the cup. Okay, cool.
I hear it. What did you make of it, though? What did you actually make of the final itself? I thought that the game was proper low quality, bruv.
I was just stressed out for the entire 2 hours. First 60 minutes, you're playing hoofball to Jackson and pray. That was only real tactic. Other than just make it up as you go along, as you cross the pitch. Then, obviously, we had our typical 20, 30 minutes where we have a high volume of chances and we don't bury them. And by the way, for everyone who thinks I have a Gallagher agenda, it is so easy for me to just come on here and say Gallagher cost me that game. And I'd have an argument for it. But it's a lot deeper than just the misses because I've been saying all season, yeah, we make chances, but we never consistently make it through a game. It's only for a certain period of the game. And if we don't bury them, then we're finished. Because it's not happening in a consistent period in any other part of the game. But then we don't bury our chances. Liverpool start getting tired, which is part of the reason why I think we started making the most of our chances towards the last 20 minutes. They're the ones that played 4 days before the final, not us. They bring on a bunch of NPCs that I've never heard of in my life. Some guy called McConnell. Another guy that I've already forgotten the name of in midfield. They brought that Kwanzaa brother that I never knew existed last year. Shimikas, who, I mean, fair enough. And Hugh Wizzy up top. And they gave us the greatest opportunity to win. And Poch decides, let's sit back. Let's go to penalties. Let's protect the position that we're in because we could go and try to kill Liverpool right there. But nah. That's too much of a strong winning mentality for my manager. He decides to be cowardly. He decides to sit back against a bunch of kids. And then he loses, which, by the way, throws all of his arguments in the bin.
What were the key points that he touched on?
No, as in he spent all season moaning about lack of experience, moaning about too much youth and all of that. You just lost to that. You just couldn't beat that. That you lost to a midfield with 2 players that I think played under 21s football earlier that week. And you couldn't find your way through that. Liverpool were actually making more chances than us in extra time. Liverpool were the ones that look better structurally in extra time. We look clueless. And that's the difference between a manager, because you can give me the experience BS all that you want. But it doesn't make a difference. If you're a good coach, you will coach a structure and you will get the best out of those players, regardless. With enough time, they will understand their roles in a system, regardless of how complicated or how simplistic it is. They will have an understanding of what to do if you're a good coach. This guy is not a good coach. He cannot coach. Nobody has improved under him other than a little purple patch for Gallagher, and then he disappeared again.
True.
That's it. But he's still here.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a weird one because that game, the game was crazy for the simple fact that I think that there was a distinct lack of quality in the game. I think, the Gallagher miss, misses, should I say, weren't great, but it's like, I'll be real, some of the chances that he did miss, I would have expected him to miss. Do you know what I mean? Because there are probably chances that you would want to fall to a centre forward, and he's not one in it. So
the second one I can think of, the one where he's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, he has to do better. He's got
the second one is when I think he's through 1-on-1 and he tries to place it and the keeper shoots, but really he should round the keeper. But A
It's
centre
the one
mid's
where
not
he
rounding
slows
it.
down the ball and then I think he tries to
Yeah,
go for a shot. It's like he
yeah,
panics.
but the centre mid is not rounding the keeper. Do you know what I'm saying? Like as a striker, I'm opening up my body, yeah, and I'm faking the shot and I'm taking it round the goalkeeper, going around the outside because the goalkeeper's closed the angle off. Like he's come out and he's there, and because the keeper's nearly near the edge of the box, bro, like if you're used to being in them situations, you know the keeper's closed the whole angle. You can't go through the keeper. You have to go over him or around him, innit? You can't go through him. So it's like I don't expect a midfielder to really know that. Do you know what I'm saying? So
That's
it's
fair.
it's one of them ones where like I kind of expect him to miss that. Do you know what I'm saying? But the chance that he had when he was close, I think it was Cole Palmer flashed it into him and he redirected it. That was just
Yeah.
unlucky. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Good. So it's like
My
cool. On
my
another
my
day, he
biggest
scores
one
that.
was that 1v1. Like I didn't even really feel too much about there was a long shot, no, more of a shot from outside the box that went wide. That one more is
Mm,
what it is. The one that hit the
mm,
post is what it is. Cole Palmer, I think in the first half, had a double save from Kelleher, which I thought was just a good save from the goalkeeper, in all
mm,
honesty. People are saying Palmer missed a sitter. I don't think it was that case. Sterling don't even try to get the ball to him. It
mm.
bounces off a Liverpool player into Palmer. He has to react to it. And so does the keeper. The keeper reacts well.
Yeah.
Is what it is on that front.
No, I
Enzo
hear
at the
it.
back heel, I feel like the technique could have just been a bit better, or at least have the awareness to see the two players around you.
I think that was just instinctive. The back heel. Again, I don't even
Because he
blame him
did the
because
same thing at Old Trafford.
the ball's coming to his feet and he's tried to think fast in it and just be creative and it hasn't come off. Do you know what I mean? If he scores that, everyone's like, oh my days, like
Yep.
sick improvisation, bro. I remember CR7 scored a similar goal for us. I think in like 2007, a little back heel close to goal like that, and the
Yeah, I remember that.
keeper didn't react to it. You know, when you're close, you just need to hit the target in it. I think you know what it is in football, yeah, because it's isolated moments. In isolated moments, like people will look at all these chances, the volume of the chances, and say, "Yo, we should have taken one," which I completely agree with. But at the same time, yeah, when you isolate all of the chances, individually, a lot of them weren't. The misses weren't that bad. Like even someone in the chat said that Conor Gallagher, obviously he needs a bit more composure. They keep falling to him, but the reason they keep falling to him is because he gets himself in the positions. He just can't finish, bro. Do you know what I mean? And it's like on another day, Chelsea could have won that game. Yes, do you know what I'm saying? On another day, Liverpool could have run away with the game. On another day, it could have been 4-3 to either side. Like it was just a weird game because both teams had chances. Both keepers made good saves. Like Kelleher made some good saves. That one from Gallagher, is a good save because that was literally just instinctive. Like because there's so much pace on it, the flick it could go anywhere. So you could find arguments in the game for both teams scoring 3 or 4 goals. Really, do you know what I mean? So it's one of them. I had Chelsea to win on penalties before the game, and then what I didn't like the most was this brother scored a free header twice. You know, like that. It's like, yo, cool, you got the warning shot. And I know people talk about zonal marking, but bro, let me tell you something. Yeah, Space has never scored a goal in the history of football. So I don't believe in zonal, complete zonal marking. I believe in a hybrid approach where every time you play teams, you know who the aerial threat is. What's the point of having an analysis team and a video team, yeah? If you don't fucking know that Virgil van Dijk is one of the most dangerous players aerially in the whole league. I
Well, we
know
got the
this.
warning the game before against Luton. And
Yeah.
scored off a header. I think Liverpool scored their second off a header, and Van Dijk nearly got a third.
Mm,
All from corners.
yeah.
Like, we're crap at defending set pieces as well. So like, I weren't even shocked. I watched that last game against Luton. I thought that's how we're losing. Defensive
Mm,
set pieces. Because that's how they got back into the game. And what happened? 2 goals from 2 defensive set pieces.
yeah, trust me. But bro, like bro, I understand the hybrid, I understand the zonal approach, but you have to have your best header of the ball on Virgil, bro. Like Chilwell. I think twice Chilwell. Why is Chilwell contesting a header with 6'5" Virgil van Dijk, bro?
Oh, can't say nothing about Chilwell. He was beating Haaland to headers last week.
It's crazy.
That's
bro,
the
it's not
argument for him. That
it's
guy
not
is a
making no sense.
disgrace, the worst captain I've ever seen for my football club. I
Nah,
spend
bro.
more time beefing children than trying to pass forward successfully. He's a joke.
Nah, it's true. Nah, it's true, bro. Like I understand your frustration, bro. I really do, innit? Like as a Chelsea fan, you must be kicking yourself, but it's like, what do you think happens, bro? What do you think happens in the summer? Do you think that they stick with him? Because it's like they've embarked on a project. And this would be what, 12 months or not even a full 12 months. When did Pochettino come in?
Yeah, he joined. Well, I think he was announced in May, but joined at the start of the summer. So
Yeah,
May,
so it'll
July.
be coming up to 12 months. Do you think that they persist with him or do you think that they get rid of him?
I think he goes at the end of the season, or he leaves once top 7 is nearly finished and we're out of the FA Cup, which won't be much longer. Right now, they're just sniffing copium because you guys lost to Fulham and you guys will probably lose to City. And if
Yeah.
we beat Brentford, we're 6 points behind you with a game in hand. And it's like, I can see why you think we could get back into a race for 6th, but not with this manager. Not with him. We're not going to have nearly the right amount of consistency to get back into that race. The FA Cup, just good luck against Leeds. They got no Somerville. They got no Bamford. I dare you lose that game. I dare you
I
lose
hear
that
it.
game. And I dare you keep him after that game. But I won't even care after that point. You get me knocked out of the FA Cup, I'm going back to vibes for the rest of the season. I'm going right back to it. This team's doing too much damage for my mental health for me to care once the cups are gone and this Satanist is still in charge. What's the point? What's the point?
I hear it, bro.
Yep, that's it. I'll
I
be in
hear it.
stage 5. That'll be what it takes to get me to stage 5 of depression, and I'll be out. I'll be
No,
out.
but you know what it is with Chelsea though, which is strange. It's like they almost mirror their opposition in a sense where when they're playing against good teams and teams are playing well, they play well. Then when they're in chaotic games like the Liverpool game, then they're chaotic. So I don't really know how much of it's down to the manager, how much is down to the players, bro. It's very, very hard to work out what Chelsea are, if that makes sense. Because they, unlike Man United, yeah.
But isn't that more on the manager then? Because with a good manager, you know what they're about.
I hear that, but the tough thing for me is I'm seeing this Chelsea team, yeah. It's a very inexperienced team in terms of age, in terms of Premier League experience. Like it's weird because you bought so many new players and they're all young. And it's like, bro, when you look at these players, most of them it's their first season in the league.
In terms of the starting squad, I guess it's Palmer's first season, but he's already started out on fire. Sterling, no. Jackson, I think, is in his second season, second or third. I don't know.
Jackson,
We're talking about the first team players, right?
did you not just sign him?
Yeah, but are you talking about first team experience or first
No,
team
I'm talking
experience?
about in the Prem. I'm talking about in the Prem for
Oh,
Chelsea.
okay. Then you're looking at just Palmer, Sterling, Silver's being dropped now, so not even him. Chilwell for whatever that experience is worth. That's been my bigger thing as well. Like the experience that we have in the squad just ain't great. Ain't
Exactly.
great.
You don't have a lot of experience. It's a young team, yeah. It's young. It's first season in the league. They're going to be inconsistent anyway. I think a lot of the players that you brought in do have ability, though. Do you know what I'm saying? I think the Sassy's got ability. I think Gusto's got ability. Do you know what I mean? Like when I look at these players, I don't look at any of them really and say, "Yo, these men are dead." Like I don't
It's
see
definitely
that.
got 11th in March quality.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're better than that. So when I'm looking at this, I believe it's a combination of the blame needs to go to the players and the manager.
Yeah, definitely. Like the players aren't exempt from it. In terms of like individuals, I only think Jackson and Petrovic were the only 2 good players from Sunday, or players that can really leave that pitch with their heads held high. But that's it. Yeah, Enzo was poor. Caicedo was better than I gave him credit for. But that's about the best I could give him. Gallagher was crap. Chilwell was crap. Disasi and Colwell were mid. Gusto was mid. Who else? Sterling. I didn't even notice him. For all the hype about him going back home to Wembley and everything, I forgot he
Facts.
was even on the pitch.
Facts.
Like, the only one that really stood out was Jackson. It's like you had to deal with hoofball tactics to Van Dijk and Kanate, and you still made 3 chances. Fair play.
Yep.
I don't even expect that. I looked at the pass map for the game. There was no passes to Jackson, no arrows towards him. He's just there on an island by himself. Gallagher, my number 10, has no forward arrows. The most progressive passes were to my right back. True. This is our plan. So it's like, I hear the stuff with the players, but I mean, like, if the manager's a failure and the structure stinks and his game management stinks, they're doomed to fail from the start. So I can't even rip any of these players to a certain point because you guys haven't been given a good manager and a good system to succeed in. I always use Tuchel as the example. Tuchel will dominate games throughout the 90. If we don't bury our chances, I'm looking at the players because you got given enough chance in enough periods of the game. On the Poch, you get 1 period. You better score during that period or we're screwed. But here's the thing. If we score one of those goals, we win the game. I can't even talk about that performance. I'll be told to just be happy. We won the game.
But this is the thing, though, with football, unfortunately. It's like, this is why you have to look at it both ways, innit? Because I know, like, people, there will be fans that are saying out there, yo, well, boom, look at the chances we had. And that's obviously rightly so why you're pissed with Gallagher, because you're looking and saying, you know what? If he just takes one of those three or 4 chances he has, the game's done. It doesn't go to extra time. It's game, set, and match. Even the offside for Sterling, for me, that wasn't offside, bro. There's nothing about that goal that was offside, bro. Like, I've watched it back multiple times. Even when they draw the line, it's not a conclusive offside. So it's just one of them things where, I don't know, it's going to be hard for you to argue against certain Chelsea fans that just be saying, yo, if the players took their chances, we would have won the game. Obviously, both goalkeepers played well.
No, so I get the argument for it. I think it's too easy to say that.
Yeah.
Because like, if that's such a constant factor in every single game, you've got to look at why.
Yeah.
But then I look at the games, I'm thinking, okay, so we dominate a certain period, a certain 30-minute period, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Then we fall apart. Whether that's at the start of the game, whether that's at the end of the game. It's one or the other. You get one good, let's say you get one good half. If you don't do anything with that, you're screwed. And even then, no structure in the way we play. Everyone look at games like Wolves away when Sterling should have done the 3v1, and I get that. But people will say, oh, you let Pochettino down. Pochettino's setup didn't get to that chance. A Wolves player passed it back to the goalkeeper way too light. And 3 players just ran on it. That's it.
Yeah.
Every other chance we made in that game, Wolves' mistake. So I can't see that and take it away from the manager. That's why people who tell me, oh, get a number 9, you'll be fine. Get a number 9, I think we just turn into Ollie and United. Individual Brilliance FC. I mean, that would be 100%. Better than where we are right now. 100%. I hear that. But like, people will then say, oh, see, the manager had a plan. No, he didn't. You just gave him a couple of better tools. That's it. Yep. You still ain't got a clue.
No, you're 100% right, bro. And that's why people need to look at certain situations and look at the chances that's being created, who's creating the chances, and so on and so forth, before you think that one player is going to fix everything. That's the problem with football fans. A lot of the time, it's always, just one player fixes this. It's never been that. And this is why even with United, I remember when we had Ollie was saying, I just want a number 9 that will break their nose to score a goal. It's like, bro, the lack of a number 9 has never been an issue at Manchester United. The issue is that we've never had a style of play. We've never created high quality chances consistently enough to then say the missing piece is a number 9. If you're someone like Pep Guardiola, he can say, cool, we create so many chances per game. The only thing missing is an Erling Haaland. Cool. Because they're ticking all the other boxes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you're not creating the chances, when you don't have these creators, when you're not doing every other thing, you can't turn around and just say, one player changes this. And this is the problem with football fans. They always think that one player is going to solve a problem, bro. Like, just like I said, when Ronaldo left, people were like, but he scored 17 goals. We need to replace his goals. No, we don't, bruv. The team replaces the goals. In football, people always find the goals from somewhere. It doesn't matter who scores the goals. Contrary
like Tottenham and Kane.
Yep. Contrary to the belief from everyone else, you replace the goals throughout the team. There's no such thing as if I bring in 240 goal a season players, we're gonna get an extra 80 goals. That doesn't happen. That's never happened in the history of football. It's
Because
never
someone ends
happened.
up being prioritized. You prioritize trying to
Exactly.
feed the ball into somebody else.
Yeah.
And then when that guy goes, you try and formulate chances throughout the team. That's why Man City managed to win, I think, 2 league titles without a number 9. They didn't need one. They just needed to keep formulating chances and they'll keep getting goals. That's it. Because it's the system. The system gets the best out of the players. Tottenham lost a whole Harry Kane last summer, and they haven't made a single complaint about losing him this season. Do you know how insane that would have been to say a year ago? These guys are going to lose Harry Kane and they'll be fine. If anything, they'll play better football than they did the season they had him in. You would have been called an idiot for saying that a year ago. But hey, you see what happens? You're bringing a good coach. Villa were in relegation conversations before Emery joined.
It's crazy.
Now they're sitting comfy in the top 5 with what, 3-4 new additions and the new manager.
Top 4? Are they in the top 4? I think they're in the top 4.
They might still be top 4. Like, I don't look at the table.
I think they are still.
Nowadays.
I think they're top 4, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they are. They're still 4th.
But that's
they're 5 points clear of Tottenham.
It's bullshit, bro. Like, honestly, when you understand, the complexity and also the simplicity of football, you start to analyze things a different way. And that's why I think that there's definitely an issue with Pochettino's coaching styles compared to the players he's got. He doesn't seem, like a micromanager per se, innit? The thing is, with the Tottenham team he had, I think hindsight is a beautiful thing because we actually underestimate how good the players were that he had at Tottenham at the time. The reason why we underestimated it is because a lot of these guys were relatively unknown to us, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying? So when we look at, like, obviously the 2 Belgium centre-backs in Alderweireld and Vertonghen, obviously we came to realize that Toby Alderweireld was one of the best centre-backs in the league after he'd already been at Tottenham. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you look at Kieran Trippier, he only started to really get credit for being a half decent fullback later on down the line. Then when you look at the likes of the Ericssons, the Alis, the Dembeles, the Kanes, and all these players, like, they were all good players. But they didn't get the credit at the time for how good they were. So now it's making me think back to, the football that Spurs were playing at the time, how much of it was down to him structurally setting them up a certain way, and how much of it was down to the fact that he just had players that we didn't realize how good they were, if that makes sense.
Part of me thinks it's a little bit of both, because Poch's tactics also worked back in that era. And I think now he tries to do the same things that he did in 2016. It's just people have figured him out very easily. Very easy to figure out.
No, because we have to think
that's
about
why
that.
everyone talks about him. They're like, "Oh, this guy made Tottenham relevant and everything. He's the guy that brought Tottenham into the big dance and into the UCL and everything like that." I get that. If you asked me in 2016 if I want Pochettino, I'd bring him. I'm not in 2016 no more. I'm in 2024. I want him as far away from my football club as possible.
It could be a similar thing to the Jose Mourinho thing, where maybe his style of coaching is less conducive to the way that football's developed. There's also that, and this is why I'm trying to break things down in the most analytical way and work out, cool, where's the disconnect with Pochettino? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because those players were actually really good. At the time, we didn't realize how good those players were because there were so many good players around. But now, when you look at these players that he had, if they're playing in the Premier League right now, they're some of the best players in the league. Factually.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? So he had a good team. And obviously he got a lot of credit because a lot of these players were unknown. He got a lot of credit for what he done with that team, even though he didn't win anything. But now when we actually look at what he's done since, and when you look at what he's got, if you understand coaching styles, that maybe Pochettino's not as tactical as we thought he is. That's what I'm getting at. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, for instance, Man United we've been linked with Julian Nagelsmann. We've been linked with the Zerbi. More recently, we've been linked with Inzaghi. I don't think the Inzaghi thing's real. I think the Inzaghi thing's maybe fans want Inzaghi and it's fake news. I don't believe that Man United are looking at Inzaghi. I would like them to. Do you know what I mean? I would like them to because I think he's a very, very good coach. But I think it's between Nagelsmann and De Zerbi. And I've looked into both of their playing styles like in depth. Like I've been studying.
Potter said then.
But I haven't heard anything about Potter, to be honest. Like I heard the Potter stuff at the beginning before they came in. But since they've come in, I haven't heard Potter's name mentioned at all. I've only heard De Zerbi and Nagelsmann. That's all I've heard. So I'm looking at their two styles. And if you look at, for instance, with Nagelsmann thing, yeah, is a bit more chaotic in it and less controlled. And that's why at Bayern Munich, for instance, yeah, like what I've been told is that they were saying that at Bayern Munich, they wanted him to give the players a bit more freedom, kind of thing. And the players weren't really happy with the way he coaches. So it makes me feel like Nagelsmann's style is better with either younger players or players with less of an ego. Similar to like where I think Arteta is. Certain coaches are just better with shitter players, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just like when I look at someone like what's his name that was at Leeds. Bielsa.
Bielsa.
You see them kind of coaches, they're better with these up and coming players, yeah, that are gonna run themselves into the floor and just do what they're told in it. That
ones they can mold a bit more.
Yeah, players they can mold. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Nagelsmann looks like. Do you know what I'm saying? That no ego, high energy, high press, do as you're told kind of football, that more robotic kind of football, more automated kind of ball. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas when I look at what De Zerbi does, De Zerbi saying that he likes to set his team up a certain way and he likes to give players the freedom to choose what they do in it. So a lot of his stuff is like, it's all about the third man in it. So when they move, they formulate triangles around the pitch. That's what they do. But they leave it to the players to choose what pass, and there's a bit more creativity there. And that's why when you see Brighton score these goals, these little one-touch passes in the final third and stuff, players, even though he coaches them a certain way, he gives them the freedom to make certain decisions. Whereas with Nagelsmann, it almost seems like he wants to control everything in it. And that's what a lot of the players at Bayern Munich had an issue with. They wanted a bit more freedom. The likes of Sané and all these guys wanted to be able to express themselves a bit more. And then when he did allow them to do that, they started dropping points, and then he went back to his old ways, and that's what got him sacked. That's what they're saying. Do you know what I mean? So it's a very weird one, bro. It's like, if I look at the two, I'd rather have a manager that can almost, not completely, but tailor his style of play to the players that he has, rather than someone like Nagelsmann that's going to micromanage everyone.
That's more of an Ancelotti. All right.
But exactly, but that's what I'm saying. So I'd rather have someone like an Ancelotti or De Zerbi who looks at the players he has. And Michel said the same thing. The Girona manager, he adapts the way that he wants his team to play to the strengths of the players he has. Whereas Nagelsmann doesn't really do that. He just has his way and he wants to just play that football. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's just about creating spaces and opening spaces in the team and stuff like that. I'd rather a manager that plays to the strength of his players. I think that's where the longevity lies in it. So I prefer a manager like that. I don't know what kind of manager Poch is, bro.
You don't play the player's strengths. He misprofiles everybody.
But that's what I'm
I see Enzo doing up second striker shifts. I see Chilwell playing as a left winger. I see Cole playing as a left back, which I'm probably going to see tomorrow as well. With all the players that have played so long and everything. I don't expect Chilwell to start, which just choose your death with Colwell or Chilwell at left back. I've seen Disasi at right back while Gusto's fit. I've seen Gallagher played as a DM, as a right winger, as a left winger. Seen him even played up top in certain periods. So he just tries to figure things out as they go along and just hope something sticks. even dropping Thiago Silva wasn't really a stroke of genius from Pochettino. It's only because the missus was talking too much. She was like, nah, you got a pat in your girl. Sorry, you're on the bench.
No, 100%.
And now, like, oh, wow, we figured out our defense is a bit better without Thiago Silva. Okay, cool. We could have told you that months ago.
True stories. Big up everyone in the chat. Man said, Rants, do you think this type of manager is no longer a thing? Even the Zerbi requires specific profiles, no matter what. You know what it is, yeah? There can be specific profiles, but for instance, if I know that you've got a specific skill set, I can turn you into that player, or I can coach you. Like I've seen videos
Especially
of
when they're younger, like a
the Zerbi is on the coaching. He's on the coaching pitch in his boots, saying, "Yo, this is the body shape I want you to have. This is where the ball needs to go," and he drills them into knowing where you need to move. If the ball's here and you've got a player here, then if you're here, this is the move you need to make. Do you know what I mean? So he coaches them into knowing where the starting position is, what kind of space they need to be, what kind of body shape, what kind of angle. So because he's coaching them in that way, if I already know that, for instance, Christian Eriksen has the technical capabilities to receive the ball and play the ball under pressure and all of these other things, I can coach him to play that role. Whereas if a player doesn't have the technical ability, I can't coach them. Because he's an actual coach, I think it's less important for you to be a specific profile because he can mold you. And that was a similar thing to even Van Gaal when he was at Man United. He said to like Wilfred Zaha, I'm playing a 3-5-2. So either you need to be comfortable playing as a wing back, or you need to play as one of the front two. Those are the only two positions.
With Moses.
That's it. These are the only two positions you can play in the team. So I'm not saying you can't play for me, but I'm saying you need to adapt the way you see yourself in this team. So I believe that De Zerbi can do that with the players that Man United have, and also the players that Man United are going to bring in. So I think we're going to be seeing more technical players, but maybe more fluid players in terms of he's going to be buying multifunctional players, which is what Pep does anyway. When you go through the Man City team, you look at Phil Foden, multiple positions he can play. Bernardo, multiple positions. Like Grealish can play in the middle and out wide. Like he's used Alvarez in the 10. He can play up front. He could use him out wide if he wants. Like it's not really now players that are specialists anymore. I think the game's just going away from specialists in general. So it's just
it's all about roles now and how you fit in a certain system.
This is it, man. So I think that I would be, from what I've been researching about the Zerbi, and his third man running is very similar to Postecoglou's as well, but Postecoglou's football is more vertical, isn't it? So I'm liking what I'm seeing in terms of the football that he plays. So if we get him, I believe with better players, he would absolutely smoke it, bruv. He would smoke it. I'm not gonna lie.
Definitely. Like for what he showed at Brighton, he leveled them up from what they were under Graham Potter. Like he's one of those managers who I'd say to a point deserves a step up, but like you can't say it's going to outright succeed. Obviously, it's all speculative, but there's no reason to think he can't.
Yeah.
Like I know Brighton's not been great this season, but they have actually lost key players.
They've lost loads of
McAllister, they've lost Caicedo, they've lost Colwill. I was going to say Sanchez, he was third choice goalkeeper. But I think they lost somebody else. I can't remember for the life of me. But if you lose that level of key players,
Trossard to Arsenal.
That's it. That was it.
Yeah.
So losing 4 players like that, even if you do bring in younger players that could eventually get to that level too, they're not going to be there immediately. So like, of course, it's going to take a hit on Brighton. That don't mean De Zerbi's a crap manager. Everyone's saying, "Oh, De Zerbi, I'm seeing you now. You can't keep clean sheets." Just lost one of their best centre backs, and they lost probably one of the best midfielders they've ever had in Caicedo. So, two of them with McAllister.
He's proper. I can't lie, bro. Like and you know, like because
I remember they came to the Bridge under Lampard. That's one of the most dominant games I've ever seen by an away side. Man just moved the ball from one side to the other, 1-2 touch football, and none of us could even get a touch of the ball.
Yeah, and they had Colwill as well, bro. Do you know what I mean? They had Colwell, Cucurella, and I was doing a lot of research on him yesterday. Him and Nagelsmann. I didn't realize that he got relegated as well. Like, so he's been about. Do you know what I'm saying? And like to have the actual bottle to go to a team that's in a relegation battle and still try and play your way out of it. Like, bro, it takes some bottle, bro. Like he refuses, yeah. He absolutely refuses to budge from his principles, and I love that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when they were doing the comparisons to him and like, because obviously with the total football thing with Johan Cruyff, yeah, Johan Cruyff likes to play the single pivot six, and the Zerbi likes to play the double pivot, you know, like that. And Johan Cruyff always used to say, yeah, that you can't play a double pivot in that kind of way because the two players would get in each other's way and stuff like that. And it's pretty interesting to see the way he likes to use the two pivots, and the way, even if he plays like a split striker system and he plays two up front, the way the strikers drop deep because he's trying to leave space in behind, bro. So everything he does is calculated, bro, from the positions that these lot make. Because when you've got the two and then the two strikers drop, then you make a box. You almost make a box in midfield, yeah, and there's no strikers there. But then naturally, what will happen if the two strikers drop up? Then naturally, the other team centre backs push up, and then you can hit them in behind. So it's like he always wants, yeah, he's always kind of trying to get the other team to come towards them so he can get in behind, bro. Like it's crazy when you actually look, yeah, at what he does. It's mad, bro. It's literally like, it's like we're just gonna hold on to the ball. If you don't come out, you're gonna come out eventually. And when you do, we get in behind. And that's why when people are saying that Rashford can't play in the Zerbi system, I completely disagree, bro. Like, he would be dangerous in that system, bro. Do you know what I mean? For the simple fact that he's got the pace to get in behind. And this is what it
And then
is.
the other players will be able to formulate the space for him. And that's how he succeeded under Ten Hag. So one thing I noticed with all of his goals last season, it was just get him into space, let him be isolated with the goalkeeper, and he's probably banging it into the back of the net every time. And then when he gets confident, the accuracy is going to get higher and higher.
Yeah. And that's what it is, bro. So the most important thing for him is the box that he has in the midfield need to be able to keep the ball well. And obviously, when he plays like Danny Welbeck is very good in possession. He holds the ball well. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't get knocked off the ball and stuff like that. So, truth be told, yeah, as long as United have technically secure players in that front two to drop in with the double pivot, the guys that are on the outside, as frustrating as Rashford is and players like that, bro, he just needs pace, bro. That's what he needs. So when they do decide to break, they got pace to open people up. And that's just what it is. So I believe it can work. Do you know what I'm saying?
I see it.
It can work. And that's exactly it. The Zerbi way is literally to bait the press, bro. Do you know what I mean? And he wants you to come man for man because he's got ways of playing out of the press. And if you don't play man for man and you leave gaps, then he gives players the freedom to exploit the space in it. So, bro, I can't lie. The more that I look into see what he actually does, it's just like, yo, like I would like to see it with some good players. That's what I'd like it. And the beauty of the way he plays is you don't even need amazing players. You just need confident players. That's all you need. You just need players that want the ball in it. So players like McTominay can't play. He can't.
And for me, when players believe in the system more, they get more confident.
100%. That's it. But they have to be coached. That's why when people are writing off some of our players, bro, I'd love to see players like Cass and stuff like that, yeah, in a system like that. Because you know what it is, yeah? For instance, when you look at Casemiro playing for Real Madrid, you know the difference between playing for Real Madrid and Man United is when you're at Real Madrid, when you're on the ball, there's always options to pass to. When you're at Man United, no one wants the ball, bro. So straight away, I'm getting caught on the ball more. I'm losing the ball more. I'm receiving the ball.
The structure's more confusing too.
I'm receiving the ball under pressure, and I don't have the feet to get out of problems because I've never had to get out of problems. That's not who I am. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're playing cast the ball, yeah, with a man that's encroaching him like a couple yards away, that's not the kind of player you give that pass to. You give it to Frankie de Jong. You'll just drop his shoulder and roll someone, but you don't give Cass the ball when there's someone coming to close him down. It's the same I said about Fred. Like, you don't give Fred the ball, yeah, when he's facing away from play and there's someone closing in on him, because he will lose it, bro. There's certain players that just are not press resistant like that, so you don't give them the ball. And shout out Ricky as well. He posted a thing of a hospital ball that Bruno played into Casemiro in the Fulham game. And it's like, bro, Bruno had the opportunity to take 2 or 3 touches. The Brez playing first time passes, yeah, into space, and then players are having to go into duels that they don't need to be in, and they're getting clamped. This is what he does. Bruno cannot play the Zerbi ball. So if we get the Zerbi, Bruno's gone. He's gone, which would be amazing. I think he's the guy that we need to get, bro. I'll be honest.
That
I think
Bruno
he's the guy
leaving party gonna be insane.
Oh, bro, listen. I got cigar waiting with his name on it as well. You know what I'm saying, bro? You see the Bruno thing, bro? That is a war, yeah, that I take great pleasure in winning, you know, because it was 3 years I was on the battlefield, you know, this Bruno Fernandes thing. 3 years.
Hey, man, it was me with the Havertz one.
Bro,
I still take pleasure in that. Even if we're in 11th, it don't change a thing. I'm so glad he's gone.
Yeah. It's mad, bro. 3 whole years on the battlefield, you know. Do you know what I mean? And I imagine I just seen on my YouTube studio that is the anniversary for my channel's creation today, but I don't know how many years it was because I know I made my YouTube channel.
Anniversary. Let's go.
Love, but I made my YouTube channel late because I was on Facebook before and then I was on other platforms. So I think this channel's only like 4 or 5 years old, I believe. Do you know what I mean? So it's not that old, but bruv. Bruno Fernandes, you see that war there? I fought, man, tirelessly for hours, for years, for months, for weeks, you know, trying to show people about this guy. And now he's getting corked, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And bro, like, it's great. It feels amazing. It feels amazing,
that
bro.
Feeling of vindication, man, it's like Cali.
Bro, it's amazing, man. Bro. Because it's like, I'm watching this guy play football, and honestly, I'm thinking, how are people not seeing what I'm seeing, bro? Like, it's a disease if you can't see how bad Bruno Fernandes is, bro. It's a disease. Like, he's got no endearing qualities about him as a person and as a footballer. The GA was just keeping him in conversations he didn't need to be in. Now the GA is dried up. Now it's hard to find any way of praising him.
That's the problem, man. GA changes your life, man.
Yeah.
If you're good at set pieces, boy, like you could survive. You could survive for a long time, but the thing is, you can't let that drop. You gotta be one of the best in the world at that. You gotta be whipping in corners, free kicks, consistent penalties, left, right, and center. And to a point, that's what Bruno was doing. Yeah. And that's why I hate it, because it was the same thing for Mount when he had that season with 30 goals in the system. Like, this guy's just the best of a bad bunch. Don't get it twisted. Like, this guy's not good on the ball at all, but cool. Like, 1 out of the 50 corners we get is going to find Rudiger or Christensen or Silva or whatever. That's it.
What manager do you want at Chelsea, and what managers do you think that you're looking at? Because we're both getting linked with Zerbi now.
We've only just started looking, according to reports. So just like, you've taken to now to start looking for a new coach. You guys are a disgrace. But man, I don't know, because I want an interim, and I just take anybody available.
So you mean you just want him out now, even though you're still in?
I'd want the basics. I just need a good structure, and I need some good game management, because Pochettino cannot give me either. And that's why we're doomed to fail when we're just doing this whole, let's trust all these individuals who are inexperienced and hope somebody can just get the ball in the back of the net, and that's how we win. So, like, all I need is the basics of management for the next 6 months. I saw an article about Sam Allardyce saying, yeah, I'd roll through and take the job right now. And I'm thinking,
somebody just posted that comment in the chat. Big up the chat in here, man. Because
I'm thinking, like, hey, compared to Pochettino, I might not. I don't even know if I'd say no.
I don't think Allardyce would do a bad job. You know why? Because what Sam Allardyce will do and what he's good at is looking at the profiles of players and just putting them out in a way where they win football matches, whether it's pretty or not. That's what you need sometimes.
I don't even need it to be good football. I don't. I just need to be able to look at it and be like, I get the plan that we're trying to do, and it's worked. Even the games that we win under Poch, I'm thinking, yo, we just got lucky. You can have defensive football and come out of games not thinking we got lucky. I'm thinking, all right, cool. We got a goal and we just defended it. At least I could believe in my defense. I can't believe in my defense. I can't believe in my attack right now. I can't believe in anything.
That's crazy. Allardyce said, I'll fly back from Dubai tomorrow for the Chelsea job. I'll be there. They need to sort out their defense. It's the worst defending I've seen in the league for a long, long time, you know.
Hey, Big Sam, you might as well, man. Take the little interim role. You might scam an FA Cup.
Bro,
Why not?
He might.
Why not? You've been calling for that big job for years.
Bro,
and we need all the help we can get. I'm here on my knees for another manager.
No, I hear
just
it.
Need Poch gone.
I hear it though. I'll be honest. I think that Sam Allardyce might do a job. He might do a job short term. Look at what Sean Dyche is doing at Everton, bro. And shout out Everton as well. They reduced it from 10 to 6 points, which is good as well, because I didn't like to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
I didn't
how
like
much closer are they to us now?
They're a lot safer now. But bro, like if a team's gonna go down, I don't want to see them go down, yeah. Because of a point deduction. That shit's horrendous.
Yeah, that ain't right in general.
No, I mean,
I'm just thinking I've got to keep my eye out on everybody in mid-table. Everyone's a threat.
But now, how far are they from safety now? They're all right now, aren't they?
So they're on 25 points now. They're 5 points off.
See, that's at least that's some breathing space now. Do you know what I mean? They're saying in the chat, a guy's just posted Chelsea have a long time standing interest in Sporting Lisbon manager Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, that came out yesterday too, with the reports that Chelsea are looking for new managers.
He's a very good manager.
Yeah, he's a great one. I need to watch a bit more Sporting Lisbon games to get an idea of his style of play, but I know he's doing really well with them, and I know they're close to winning the league. Yeah. So, as in, at least there's a CV that's potentially building with that. Might end up taking one of Gyökeres or Diamande that we've been linked with too. I think if Amorim comes, then you probably see one or two of them join with him. But it's still early days. I feel like we're either going to go for an Amorim, a Zerbi, a Xabi Alonso.
I think that's what you need, bro.
I'm not against any of them.
With the players that Chelsea have recruited, you need a system manager, because you have young players that are talented, but they need direction. They're not experienced in it. So these guys need to be automated. So
just after Potter, everyone's like, oh, I don't want hipster managers anymore.
You need, bro. That's where the game is going, bro. I'll be real. The game is going now where you've got jack of all trades, masters of none, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Apart from Cole Palmer, I don't see any players in your team that are really mavericks, that have that bit of flair, that can do something out the ordinary. Players like Raheem Sterling and all these guys, yeah, they're the guys. If you build the framework and just put them in, they'll do a job. Same with Jackson. Same with Enzo to a certain degree. Same with Caicedo. These guys need the framework built for them, and then you insert them into the framework. These are the kind of players that you've bought. So have a manager like that. You can't have a pragmatic manager.
I'm not against that in general, but like this is just the way our fans are like, because they've just seen one of those managers come through. But Zerbi is better than Potter. Amorim is doing a better job than what I've seen of Potter. The only one that I'm a bit iffy about that we've been linked with is Thomas Frank. Because Brentford aren't really doing that well, so I don't really see the appeal of that. But
Thomas Frank is like the new, I don't know, bruv. Like his football's not that entertaining. They're a very robust team, very direct and very organized. You know them ones there. He's kind of just he's slightly on like the Nordic Allardyce thing, bro. You know, like that. They punch just above their weight. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Like Martin O'Neill is a good shout. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. That's the kind of manager he is. If we're being honest, like they punch just above their weight. Just above every time. And you saw how much they missed Ivan Toney. So that tells you, cool. A lot of it is structural, but also it tells you the quality that Ivan Toney had, because Ivan Toney was turning losses into draws and draws into wins. That's what he was doing.
And then come back and he started scoring immediately.
Exactly, but they lost him and they were fighting relegation without him. So that tells you how good he is as well. And someone's got to snap him up. We have to go get him. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you guys have any links with him?
I only heard a little one. Do you know what I mean? But it's nothing solid. Do you know what I mean? The most I have to hold on to is that our new owners have said that we need a proper striker and they want to invest in one. Do you know what I mean? An
Okay, good. Because
experienced
I was going
striker.
to ask if they would do that after the Højlund
Yeah, nah,
transfer.
they want
But
they want an experienced striker. They do want one, and I feel like he's only one. He's one of very few out there, and he's Premier League proven. He's battle hardened already. I think when you bring him in, you know what you're getting, and I think there's not too many. That's kind of what Arsenal did with Declan Rice. Their thing was we know what we're getting. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like those are the best signings sometimes. I know fans like the new toys and they're like, oh, what they gonna do? And then they look at YouTube comps. I know that's part of signing players now. People get excited by watching comps and hoping that they're gonna do X, Y, Z. But bro, if we sign Ivan Toney, I don't need to watch YouTube comps. I know what he gives. Like straight away, I just know. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't need the excitement of is he gonna do this? Where we gonna play him? How's he gonna adapt to the team? Like, bro, I just know that he mashes work. This is what I need. Like, I don't need any of this like mystery, bro, around signings. I want to get rid of the mystery, and I just want to go sign players that are already in the Premier League that we know what they can do, bro. That's all I want.
I hear it in terms of it's easier to scout. The only thing I would say is like Premier League proven does work, but only to a point. Only to a point. I feel like it comes to a point.
A certain profile also.
Yeah, because like people love saying Prem proven to a point where it becomes a buzzword sometimes. Where it's like, I want this player because he's Prem proven. Okay, Prem proven doesn't necessarily mean they're great. Like Havertz was Prem proven, Mount was Prem proven. They weren't great. So like, I get it when it's, let's say a big money signing, because Tony would be a big money signing because you'd have a much better idea of the player because you've watched them more. But I feel like that's just it.
Sure. No, 100%. You're right. Like someone put in the chat saying Man United do want a striker this summer, but are yet to discuss if they want a younger or more experienced striker as they want to respect Højlund. We can't get a younger striker than Højlund because he's only 20. So it will be older.
Yeah, who would even be out there at a younger age?
Exactly. Like, where the man gonna go? Do you know what I'm saying? We're definitely getting an older striker. So it just is what it is. Ollie Watkins is
that
a
just
good
sounds
player.
like a Fabrizio Waffle piece.
That's nonsense, isn't it, bro? Ollie Watkins is a good player, but people need to remember that Ollie Watkins has grown into the player that he is. Do you get what
a
I'm
year
saying?
ago, Villa fans were saying he was very wasteful.
But this is it. He's grown into the player. Like he is. Ollie Watkins is what the likes of like the Ian Wrights and the Andy Coles were intent in the sense that they reached their peak like in their middle to late 20s. Like this is where strikers are really supposed to peak in the old days, because in those times, strikers had to actually earn their way. Like they had to build themselves through the ranks and stuff like that and earn their way to play. Now players are getting debuts at like 17 and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? And it just shows you the game's changed. Like this is men's football, but now you got these little kids running around playing it. It never used to be like that. Before it was a man's game and you had to grow into that player. And Ollie Watkins has grown into that player, innit? From obviously coming through the ranks and doing all these other things. And now he's matured into what is the final form of Ollie Watkins, innit? That's just what it is. So he's at that age, 27, 28 now, where if you sign him now, you know what you're getting now for at least the next 3 years. You know that. Do you know what I'm saying? With these younger players, you bring them in and they're going to be up, down, left, right. You don't know what the hell they're getting. And obviously the system helps as well. He's getting a lot more chances created for him. So I think Watkins is a good player, but it took him some time to get here. It's the same with Ivan Toney. I think Ivan Toney's just younger than him, but Ivan Toney's built himself up to be where he is now.
Yes, for some players, just development isn't linear. That's why I with a lot of these players at our team, I don't try to write them off immediately. Some of them have shown me enough flashes. Even the likes of a Mudryk, I just think, okay, he's not good enough for us right now. I just need to give this guy a loan. Give him a loan. Let him find somewhere he can play consistently. If he's still a scrub by then whatever. That's when I'm willing to just wipe my hands of him and say it is what it is. But for everybody else, these guys are young, very inexperienced, and in a structure that doesn't exist. So I feel like they're just being thrown out to die for the most part.
Yep. No, you're right. You know what it is with Mudryk? You're right, though. You're right. Progress is not linear. And also, I just believe he got the Chelsea job way too early anyway. Like when you actually think that he hadn't played 30 adult games, yeah, and then he got the Chelsea move. He should have stayed in that league to the end of the season. Then he should have gone
I think it
somewhat.
would have been fine for us if we had got Europe. Like if we had Conference League or Europa League, then
I
he's
just don't
getting more
think so.
consistent game time.
I don't know, bro.
Like he's had
I don't
very
know.
limited starts for us.
But he's
If
just
we
not
had either of
Chelsea
those
level, though.
competitions, you just
He's
throw
not
it to him.
Chelsea level, though. I believe that he needed another club before Chelsea, is what I'm saying. Do you know
No,
what I mean?
I
Like,
hear
you don't go from
I
that
hear
team
that,
yeah,
but it's
straight to
also
Chelsea.
but it goes the other way where he also hasn't really been given enough game time to even shine or to build any sort of rhythm or anything like
Yeah,
that.
but
Which
my
again,
argument is he doesn't deserve it. It's just like
I
when you
know,
look
and I'm saying that
at
I was going to
Benjamin
say that as
Sesko,
well.
yeah. If you
He
look at
can't start the
Sesko
league
now,
games over Sterling or Palmer, and I get that he
even be
doesn't
at the
deserve
club.
to.
Shouldn't even be at the
But
club.
that's why he needs more game time. And if we had a European competition, you could just throw that to him in the Carabao Cup and be like, there you go. That's your game time. You go build your name for yourself there.
Yeah. I hear that, but
That's
he
why
shouldn't
like
even
if he went to
be at the club.
Arsenal, if he went to Arsenal and he got the Arsenal move, he probably would have got more cup minutes.
But he shouldn't be at Arsenal either, bro. When you look at someone like Benjamin Sesko, yeah, that we got linked with, he ended up going to Leipzig, yeah. He's not setting the world alight at Leipzig either, bro. And Man United were gonna sign him. What the fuck would he have done at Man United? Jack shit, bro.
Like
And it's the
Chelsea
same,
fans were asking for him too.
and that's the thing with Man United, bro. Like, it's like we don't need these scrubs, bro. Let them do their apprenticeship somewhere else, and then we'll sign them. Do you know what I mean? Or we sign players like Real Madrid sign them and put them in the reserves. That's what we do. We put them in the reserves or we sign them and send them out on loan. But what we do not do is sign these guys based on what we think they're going to be in 4 years, yeah, and then expect them to be that. Like, fuck all that, bro. We're not a project club. Do you know what I mean? And Mudrik's not good enough to play Champions League football. He's not good enough to even play Premier League football. The guy hadn't played 30 fucking adult games in the league he was in, the shit league he was in. So if you want to buy a Mudrik, buy him and send him out on loan. Or buy him and loan him back. Do you know what I mean? But we bring him to Chelsea,
that would have been really good. If in all honesty, buy him and send him back to Shakhtar for a year or two. That would have worked. I would have been fine with that. But in terms of Premier League, Champions League, like barely got any game time in either. That's why I'm thinking if we had Europa League, Conference League, that would have been at least something he could have had. Yeah. He gets barely any consistent minutes. When he has a big moment for Chelsea, like against Newcastle in the quarterfinals, he gets dropped for the next 4 games and he doesn't get to capitalize on it. Most of the times we bring him on is in the last 10, 15 minutes of games. Like, I know he hasn't done anything to raise the bar, but he also has barely been given anything to work with. So it kind of goes both ways, which is, again, you get to the conclusion that loan the guy out. Loan the guy out.
100%.
You shouldn't be here.
But
I can't write him off either.
With me, I have to look at it through the scope, through the gaze of, do you deserve to be here? I don't believe so. Do you know what I'm saying? And Chelsea's not my club, but I still have a certain element of respect for Chelsea because even when Chelsea are shit, bro, they get jobs done, bro. Like even the other day, Didier Drogba, you saw the thing with what do you call him? With Drogba and Sharky. He was like, bro, man's talking about London being ready. He said, bro, how many Champions Leagues, but you know what I mean? How many Premier Leagues? Like, it's just that, and that's it. So if you're speaking with that kind of chest about your football club, players like Mudryk, yeah, should have to earn their way into Chelsea Football Club. Not less than 30 senior games in the Ukraine, and all of a sudden, like you're at Chelsea and maybe you should be given more time. Nah, Chelsea is not a development club. Man United is not a development club. Arsenal's not a development club, bro. Like these are not development clubs. These are the clubs, yeah, that for the last 20 years have been flying the flag, yeah, for England in the Champions League, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And Liverpool to a certain extent, even though when I was growing up, Liverpool were rubbish, they weren't in the Champions League all the time. But the point is, like, these are the clubs that were flying the flag for England in the Champions League. We're not development clubs, bro. So we don't do this, like it'll be good in 3-4 years. We don't do that. When I'm judging players, I'm judging them on what can you give my football club right now. If you can't give my football club what we need right now, go somewhere else, blood. Man United we used to have Antwerp in Belgium where we used to loan. We loaned John O'Shea out. We loaned loads of players that we had in our reserve team to get experience. We didn't give them experience in our team, in our first team, because we couldn't afford to do that. because we were challenging for titles. We couldn't afford to say, "Oh, O'Shea, we'll just give you a run out here." No, bro.
I'm not even saying that with Mudryk. I'm saying the guy just needs game time, be it here or at another club. That's it, and then you get to a conclusion over the player. As of right now, yeah, I'm with you. He's not good enough for Chelsea. That's why Sterling and Palmer are starting consistently. Yeah. But again, can't write him off until he gets that consistent opportunity.
Is that the Vitesse relationship still?
No, but Strasbourg's about. They're basically a new Vitesse.
Yeah, so why don't you just send him there, bro? That's where he needs to be.
Yeah, I'll be real. Next summer, off to the French league. I think that's the best thing. Or somewhat. I don't care. Anywhere that can guarantee him consistent minutes in a decent league, and then we'll get an idea of what level he's at. Then we can say, can he make the step up to Chelsea, or do we need to bin him off and just cut our losses? That's when we can get to a conclusion. As of right now, yeah, he's not pulled up any trees, but not really been given the best climate or the amount of opportunities to do so either. Both sides stand the same.
Yeah, no, 100%. So when people say our players need game time, I agree they need game time, but bro, whether they deserve it at the club that they're at that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
And my argument is he doesn't deserve game time at Chelsea because he's not good enough. Do you know what I mean? And
I hear it.
And that's it.
But my thing as well is that if we had the Conference League, he could have had that at least. Or
no, you're right. No, 100% you're right. And just like in the chat, exactly, it's the same thing with Skeletor at my club, bro. Like, bro, he's awful, blood. Man is saying, oh, he's 19, give him time, bro. No, he's rubbish, bro. You know what I mean? And I see his brother running his mouth on Twitter, bro. I can't wait to do them Osasuna watch-alongs, bro. I'm so petty. When this guy gets sold, blood, I'm going to smoke a cigar, bro, and then we're doing watch-alongs, so whatever dead league he ends up in. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're doing out here. You know what I mean? Because that's another war that I'm going to win. That's another war that I'm going to win, bro. And let me tell you something. He don't deserve time, at this football club because he's not good enough, bro. This bro plays every week. He's got 5 Premier League goals.
But that's the thing with Garnacho. He's played every week. So you can look at him and be like, yeah, you know what? I've seen enough of you. I've seen enough. I get it.
This is what I'm saying. Oh, 1 second. Someone's ringing my doorbell. How the fuck they even get in the building? 1 second, broski.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. You man, keep running up the likes. Let me find this chat because StreamYard's bugging as hell. Let me see what people are saying. Man said I heard Enzo's wanted by Barcelona. What are we talking about? That's crazy. Smash the likes, bruv. Smash the likes. Hopefully both of us are rid of our terrorists by the end of the season. God willing. Man said thoughts on Gyökeres. I do like the range of goals that he's been scoring for Lisbon, but that's about it. I need to watch more Lisbon games before I actually get to a conclusion with him.
Now you got them balling out still.
He's a good asking about Gyökeres.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about their manager.
Oh no. I need to watch more Lisbon before I can get into a conclusion on either of them. I just know they're both doing well. Gyökeres has a good range of goals. Amram's got a good style of play, but I need to see more. Everything with Pochettino's just taught me I need to do more research on my managers.
No, 100%. That's why I'm doing it now.
Hey, we'll see. I didn't say like he's going to take us to a league title or anything. I was like, he did all right. Spurs won a league title at PSG. Let's see what he's got. 4 games in, I'm already seeing red flags. So now I'm doing my research.
Yeah, bro. But this is why I'm researching on managers that we're being linked with now, because then I can manage my expectations. Because with my manager now, I didn't really, do you know what I'm saying? I didn't research him. I just looked at his team. And that didn't tell me very much because he then came in and said that he's not playing Ajax football. So that means all the research I did was a waste of time. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now I'm going to research the actual manager and what their principles are so I don't get let down this time, bro. So forget watching just the team play. I want to know why he does what he does, because then I can rationalize everything in my head. That's what I have to do moving forward now, bro, because these guys, some of these men are fraudulent, bro. And and the Pochettino thing
gave me one thing in pre-season and a completely different thing in the first 5 games.
Exactly. And the Pochettino thing now, like the more that I look at it, I was giving him credit for the football his team were playing, probably giving him more credit than I should have, and not giving the players enough credit. You know, like that. And this is what it is. When now, in retrospect, we look back at that Tottenham team, it was very talented. Very talented. So
with tactics that actually worked in that era.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's what it is. Man said Ten Hag had a pop at Carragher. Well, Carragher was just basically ripping our defending apart, wasn't he?
What was he saying?
Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find the audio. Because yeah, he was doing. You know when he does his little Minority Report stuff, bruv, and man starts doing the Sky thing. But let me see if I can find it. He was cooking us though. He was absolutely cooking us though. 1 second. Let me see. Hey guys, have you got the link, Sky? Because he was basically just saying how dead our defending was. Do you know what I'm saying? And my man didn't like it still. So I don't know. Someone will put it in there. Sky Sports, football. All right, where are you? Jamie Carragher. Yeah. Oh yeah, shout out Gary Neville as well. It says Eric Ten Hag responds. Let me hear what this waste man said first. Also, even Gary Neville was saying he doesn't think that the new owners will be waiting till the summer to pick a new manager, bro. And he will know something that we
Well, your manager.
Yeah, bruv, yeah. They're saying he won't wait till the end of the season. All right, let's see what Ten Hag said. Hold on 1 second. This absolute egghead, bruv. He just uploaded 15 minutes ago as well. It's probably for 10 seconds, bruv. Of the 15-second video, blood.
Scratching his head and everything.
Absolute idiot, bruv.
Working with the team, Eric. I don't know if you saw any of the Monday Night Football coverage last night, but Jamie Carragher was dissecting your team's out of possession performance, and he was looking specifically at the Fulham game, and he said that from what he could work out, you were trying to press high and also do a low block at the same time. I mean, when you hear things like that, is that a fair criticism of what you see unfold on the pitch?
So first of all, so some analysts are very objective in their comments, very good advices. Some are very subjective. So Jamie Carragher is one of them. From the first moment on, he's criticized, and now he wants to make his point. And probably in the first half an hour, he had a point where Fulham in the midfield setup, a little bit surprises, and then we had to find the solutions. And after half an hour, we found the solutions. And where we are, I was not pleased with the performance in defending, especially there over the left side, how we did that pressing, because they came out, especially in the first half an hour, several times over the left side. Can't happen. That has to do everything with willingness and spirit and passion.
No, it doesn't.
That was in the previous weeks was very good from this team, and therefore we won football games. So but I know football are not robots. Sometimes they have bad days. So but it can't be. It's unacceptable, and we have to do better tomorrow. But in the weeks before, we have done very well.
Hold on, bro. This is the Man United that's conceded over 100 shots in the last 5 games, yeah? And 4 of those we won. And this guy is coming out talking about willingness and all these. No. This is why man need to have someone, in these press conferences that say to him, no. What are you talking about, bro? Like, this is absurd, bro. This is making me angry, bro.
One day they're actually going to allow fans to get involved in
this is making me angry, because you know what it is? A lot of Man United fans are dumb, They're actually dumb, and they listen to this bull. But listen, I got something for you, lot, bruv, because that's the one thing about these smartphones, The one thing about these is, let's go find Man United 3, West Ham 0, All right, cool. So we're going to click on this, the stats. Man United 12 shots, West Ham 22 shots, blood, on our goal. And we won 3-0, blood.
That's insane.
What? West Ham's pass accuracy was 87. Ours was 85, bro. Man United gave away 10 fouls. West Ham gave away 5, blood. 5. They had 8 corners. We had 5, blood. We got dominated by West Ham and won 3-0, blood.
Hey, but you gotta be happy. You won 3-0.
Bro. And this man's talking about in previous weeks. Bro, the Brez gaslighting, man. He's saying in previous weeks, yeah, we won because we defended well. So why did we concede 22 shots if we defended well? And this is what this Brez does, bro. This is exactly what this Brez does.
Because you guys kept a clean sheet. This is what these managers are on, bruv.
Bro, it's crazy.
They're absolute terrorists. One day we will both be free of our terrorists, my friend. You got the same thing. Right now, Pochettino's waffling about Jurgen Klopp's first season in charge. He's like, oh no, they lost trophies. And eventually they won the league. So this is all just a process. Man, shut up. Don't even mention Jurgen Klopp's name.
It's horrible, bro. Like, Sheffield United are the only team in the Premier League to concede more shots than Manchester United this season. 435, bruv. Bro, we conceded more
435.
shots. Bro, we conceded more shots in 5 games than City have in the whole season, bro.
435 in an entire season. I don't know what's more shocking, that you have that number or that Sheffield United have even more than that.
Bro, this is what I'm trying to say. So when he's trying to gaslight, man, and saying our footballers are not robots and this, that, and the other, like he said it was about passion and stuff. It wasn't about passion. You set these guys up incorrectly week after week after week. The amount of shots you concede in a football match is due to how you're set up. It's got nothing to do with individual personnel. It's got nothing to do with passion and intensity. It's got to do with how you're set up. You set these guys up repeatedly, incorrectly, week after week, and then you're sitting there and you're gaslighting, man, bro. Telling man that, oh, it's the left side and after the first 30 minutes. So what? You're blaming the players that was on the left side? So what? Is that why? Is that why now? So you're saying it was Lindelof and Garnacho's fault is the reason why we conceded those chances. It's got nothing to do with how you set the team up. Nothing at all, bro. This guy's an absolute disease, bro. That's what he is. He's a disease, bro. And Carragher actually literally broke it down, showed people the videos of the whole team, and he's going to say that it's just the left side, bro. What do you mean?
Carragher never waffle. I learned that from the cup final. These men are wafflers. They'll just say whatever suits narratives. That's what English media is about now. It's all about making a story up. Whatever story generates. I've been trying to show
people about this manager for a long time, my bro. And it's like, the thing is with me, yeah, I'm a reasonable human being in the sense that if things go wrong on the pitch, but the manager basically explains after the game in a way that I feel like he's understood what's going on, I'm okay with it. Same thing happened with Ralph Rangnick. When we were losing games, yeah, Ralph was coming out and he was saying, yo, this needs to be better. This happened, that happened. And Ralph was 100% spot on with all his analysis. So I could see, yeah, that he understood what went wrong and where the problems lay. This brother is delusional, bro. The shit that he's saying makes no sense. And he never takes any responsibility, yeah, for it going wrong, bro. Like, at least sometimes with Ollie, yeah, to his credit, will just hold up his hands and say, oh, you know what, I take responsibility, you know what, I just got it wrong today. This brother's always coming, our players are not robots and effort and passion. No, bro. Stop lying to the people, bro. Stop lying.
It's the same thing with my manager, where he talks about tenacity and work rate, and these players work hard and they have effort. That's all he ever describes players with. Effort. Off the ball intangibles and all that crap. Like, but this is like everything you're saying about your manager. I could say the same thing for mine. We're both in the same position with both our coaches. They're just waffle merchants. Say whatever they can to keep him in the job for longer, or whatever gives them an excuse or a get out of jail free card with the question that's been asked.
It's a joke.
Both of us just sick of these press conferences at this point.
Oh, it's horrendous. I don't watch them.
I just get the quotes up.
Yeah, but that's it. These guys put it in the chat, and I'm glad because I'm not watching them, bro. Because listen, when I hear this guy speak, it angers me, bro. Like literally, his voice just cuts right through me. It's horrible. Do you know what I'm saying?
I just hate looking at him.
Just looking at Pochettino thing's mad, though. I can't lie, bro. It's mad. To think that we might both have new managers next season. You already got your players in place, so now it's really just finding a manager that suits the players you have. So you've probably got an easier job than us. We need to find a new manager that has the same philosophy as what the club want to implement, and then we need to get him the tools as well. So
it's mad that we have to do much less, but we're in an even worse position, which just shows how toxic this coach is.
nah, yeah, something's not right. I'll give you that much. Do you know what I'm saying?
The
So
easiest start to the season out of everyone in the league, got 5 points in our first 5.
yeah,
Bottle leads left, right, and center. Like
Mm.
lost to you guys at Old Trafford in the most embarrassing fashion I've ever seen in my life. I never seen you lot make that many chances in a game all season, or even last season. You lost to a Middlesbrough team with 16 injuries, and then Poch went out and complained about injuries in the next press conference as to why we lost. Caicedo told me that we lost to
Speaking
Middlesbrough the
of which,
last time we played them.
and Cuckoo's injured again,
Yep.
out for a month apparently.
Yep. Just
Did he have injury problems before you signed him, or is this a new thing?
I think he had a few injuries, but I don't think he was like a croc or anything like that. This is just, it's the icing on the cake, innit? Like, I'm already dead inside. Like, what's another Nkuku injury gonna do? I haven't even seen this guy play a full 90 minutes for us. So it's like, whatever. Like, maybe we'll see him actually celebrate a goal next season, but when things are a bit sorted. Every goal he scored has been a consolation goal.
Yeah.
Well, it's whatever. It's whatever. Like I'm so defeated this season already that like I don't have the energy for another Nkuku injury.
Sure.
Is what it is. Is what it is.
I hear it, bro. You know what I mean? Hey guys, this Ten Hag thing, yeah. Ten Hag on Antony. I know from the past he is unstoppable. No defender can stop him because he's one of the quickest in the first 10 yards. When he plays that game, I'm sure he will perform. You know what's mad, yeah? You know what's actually mad? If we're playing some cohesive football and if we are playing like for the Zerbi ball, I think there's a place for him in the team, you know. Maybe not in the starting 11, but I think there's a place for him in the squad. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones where he's had such a horrible time, yeah, at the club. A horrible time. And it's been a mixture of things. Like, he's not a confident player anyway. He's not confident in terms of, I don't think he's got the natural arrogance of a player that, like, form doesn't matter, performance doesn't matter, all these things. I think that he needs to be in a system that's working well. I think he's very much a system player, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He don't have any outstanding attributes, bro, other than the fact that, yeah, cool, he can keep hold of the ball, pop it off. That's about it. He ain't really got no final product, bro. But he's very much a system player in a team that has no system in it. And it's one of them ones. As much as I would love to think this team are gonna sell him, we spent 85 million pounds altogether on this brother. I don't see us selling him, bro. Do you know what I mean? I don't see us selling him. And if that's the case, yeah, I think he does a job in a system. I think he does a job. I can't lie. So I'm bracing myself for us keeping him. Do you know what I'm saying? And if we do keep him and we have a proper manager, don't be surprised if he puts in some decent performances, bro.
Which will be more of a testament to the coach.
100%. 100%, bro. I think that you can get something out of him. I don't think he's an absolute world beater, but I think that you can get something out of him if you've got the right coach. I really do. I hope we take the loss in him and we get rid of him, but I think that because of how much he cost and the fact that he hasn't been here that long, they might give him the benefit of the doubt. Do you know what I'm saying? Because who's going to buy him? I think at best we can only send him on loan. I don't think we can get money for him straight away. Like, he hasn't done enough to sell him, bro. He's got no resale value at the moment.
It depends on the guy's mentality, because if he's one of those that will suck up being a potential squad player and fighting his way into a squad, then yeah, I see that. If not, and he's prioritizing minutes, then yeah, that's going to be a loan thing, because you guys will try and get as much back for him as you can, and you won't. You won't.
No, 100%. But listen, like, I think that we can get something out of him if we get the Zerbi. I genuinely think we can, guys. I think we can.
It's a good coach.
Because as bad as he's been for us, I don't believe he's as bad as what we've seen. You know, like that. I don't believe he's as bad as what we've seen. I don't believe that, honestly. So it's one of them ones where I cannot sit here and say that, yo, he hasn't had some bad performances at Man United. He's had some bad performances, but also he's had some performances that aren't that bad. And he's been slated for them anyway because the fans don't like him. Because, bro, I watch Garnacho play worse than him every week, blood. Every week, bro. You just useless, doing uselessness, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And even Rashford, I see Rashford doing uselessness every week, bro. And bro, they don't get cooked like Antony, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't. Like Antony will have a 6 out of 10 game and get cooked.
That's what that price tag will do for you.
And, yeah, and then Rashford and Garnacho will have a 2 out of 10, yeah. And
it's the same with Enzo and Caicedo. Yeah, they're the 100%. First ones to get put on the chopping block, regardless of whether they had a good game or not.
Yeah, facts.
So like, that price tag will follow you everywhere.
I think the price tag's definitely got something to do with it, but I think it's the GA, because if Antony was getting GA, no one would care about his performances. I'll be real. Like the reason why they let Rashford and Garnacho off here is because there's the perception that they get GA, even though this season the GA is not that good. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
The same with Bruno. There's the perception that he gets GA, even though his GA is not that good this season.
So at least Rashford and Bruno, they had good GA in past seasons that people are still like believing of. I don't think Antony's had that.
Well, there you go. So give man a different manager.
Well, then again, neither of Garnacho.
Give him a different manager, and if he still fails, get him out of it. Because I don't think that we get money for him right now. There's no resale value. So I would just like to see him in a team that keeps the football. Because he was at Ajax, a team that keeps the football, and now he's playing for a team that doesn't keep the football. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let me see him in a team let me see him in a team that keeps the football, yeah. And then I'll understand. But I think that as bad as he's been, the same goes for Jadon Sancho. As bad as Sancho's been for us, and I don't think he's been bad, I just think he hasn't been good. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the criticism they get is not in line with the level of performance. Sancho will give you a 6 out of 10. Man will say, "Oh, he just did nothing." But Rashford 2 out of 10 with a goal is overlooked, or a 2 out of 10 or a 1 out of 10 with an assist is overlooked. Same goes for Garnacho, bro. So it's very clear to me, yeah, that a lot of these football fans in this generation, as long as you're putting up with numbers, performances do not matter.
Oh yeah,
and it also means performances only matter when you're not scoring, which I don't agree with. But that's where we are now. I have to understand that. So the thing is with Antony, off the ball, Antony, he defends, he puts himself about, he's tenacious. On the ball, he doesn't give away the ball stupidly and just get tackled and stuff like that. But cool, he doesn't run at his man. He's not super direct, but his ball retention's better. His ball retention's better than the other two guys. Cool, he's not gonna absolutely like get you on the edge of your seat and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? That's fine, but not every player is going to be an edge of your seat player. Sometimes you need players that just keep the ball for you, keep it moving, and especially if you got a manager like the Zerbi, yeah, that actually is going to position these guys and tell them what they need to do, we might get something out of it.
You won't find out until then.
Yeah.
Although you just gotta get rid of Ten Hag first.
No, 100%. A shout out. Man said Sancho was getting cooked by the UCL Twitter page. They deleted the tweet. You know what's funny, yeah? Someone posted a compilation of Sancho from the exact same game, yeah? And he looked like he had a good game. And then someone can post you a comp from the exact same game to make it look like you've had a bad game. Anyone can easily find parts of a game where you've lost the ball or you've made a mistake, yeah, to make a compilation to make you look shit, even if you didn't have a shit. Do you know what I mean?
Lose the ball 5 times and let me get about 2-3 replays. I can make a 2-minute video out of that.
That's it, bro. They'll show the same thing. There might be
and a little bit of B-roll of Sancho turning or pulling up his fucking socks or something, tying his shoelace. You get another 30 seconds.
Bro. But even they're saying that he had a bad game against Hoffenheim, bro. But the thing is, I saw a compilation from the Hoffenheim game where he was playing good passes, going past players and all that from the same game. This is what these men do. Do you know what I mean? Like, men are going out of their way to try and make players look bad now. Like, it's not even real no more. And this is the thing about social media. People can try and portray you in any way they want, bro. Any way they want. And this is why when I see clips of me, yeah, and stuff on Twitter and stuff like that, I don't even care. Because it's like, bro, I know the full thing is online. So if people care to check, they'll check. If they don't care to check, believe what you want to believe, bro.
Yeah, you ain't even on Twitter that much to even care what anyone says.
But that's what I'm trying to say. So the fact that man are going out of their way to try and make it look like Sancho had a bad game that they didn't watch, allow it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Allow it. Like, the way they're targeting Sancho is not, it doesn't make sense, bro. To the point where I'm literally seeing man say, oh, Sancho's not played well and he's not doing this. I'm like, bro, the Bears only played like 4 games, bruv. Like, them man are making it out. Like, he played 3 games in a row. They won all 3. They hadn't won a game in, I think, a couple months before he came in. Then he got injured. Then he's come back. And since he's been injured, I think he's only played a couple games, bro. So the Bears played like 5 games and had an injury in between. And they're making it out that the guy's stinking up the place every week, bro. What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? The guy's playing himself back into fitness. He didn't play for 5 months before that.
And sharpness.
Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly. And they're saying man's finished because he's coming back from not playing for 5 months, just coming back from injury. And he had a 5 out of 10 game. All of a sudden, you're washed.
But you know who it is, though? It's them petty Man United fans that were pissed that he walked out on the club and was out doing holidays and getting his paycheck. Man's earning 350k a week or whatever wages he's on just to sit on his ass and go out partying and all of that. Fact. And now they're seeing him have a bad game. They're cooking him for it. Well, bad game. They're cooking him for it. It's because it's an agenda.
But these men are all assholes. It's the same thing as Marcus Rashford as well. Like, they're showing Rashford with D block and that, and bare people getting upset. It's like, bro. And I see a comment which is spot on. If it was Johnny Evans going to watch Bon Jovi, none of you lot would give a shit. You know them ones there. Mm-hmm. And this is what it is. Why do you care if Rashford's gone to see D block in his spare time? What's that got to do with you? Do you know what I mean? And this is what I mean. These men are always trying to paint narratives of players, bro. I'm absolutely tired of it, bro. Let's just keep it to the football, innit? Let's just keep it to the football. If Sancho's in a different country, yeah, going to get his sharpness back, yeah, why do you even care what he's doing? The fact that you're going out of your way, yeah, to not watch the game and then clip things to make him look bad, bro. It's like, bro, you don't want him at the club. He's not here. So why do you care, bro? Why are you going out of your way to see someone you don't like? It's a disease, bro. Who does that?
That's facts.
These same man do it to me. If you don't like me, why are you in my chat? You've gone out of your way to see me, bro. And you're paying me, by the way. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, what are you doing?
At least slap the like while you're here, innit?
100%. It's crazy, bro. If you don't like someone, ignore them. Fucking weirdos. You know what I mean? Absolute weirdos, man. But nah, hey, guys.
All this to ride or die for Ten Hag, you know, it's crazy.
Nah, trust me, it's crazy to ride for this bald fraud that's getting sacked anyway.
Carabao Cup will change your life, innit? And
you know what the wickedest thing is, yeah, bro? As soon as Ten Hag gets sacked, yeah, the new manager comes in and all these Ten Hag stands, yeah, man calling Ten Hag daddy on Twitter and that. All of that goes away, you know, and then all of a sudden they're going to be in love with the new manager. Then we're going to be on the same side again, bro. This is what I mean. These guys are idiots. Yeah, you got a new daddy coming. Flip flops, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Absolute disgrace.
That Ten Hag account ain't serious, bro.
Bro, man,
I seen the same tweet.
Bro, man, listen, man, have to cancel
daddy for a Carabao Cup, bro. That's how you know. There's a whole new generation of Man United fans who don't know what your club is about.
It's weird, bro.
I ain't got a clue.
It's weird, you know, like that. But yo, people, big up everyone for supporting the stream, bruv. Obviously, YouTube was doing the bookie thing. Do you know what I mean? But you lot still found the stream. Still nearly 1,000 of you lot in here. Make sure you get the lights up. I'm gonna redirect to Gunner's channel. I'm going over there for the next show. What you got coming up today, my bro?
I'm gonna be live in half an hour doing a Leeds preview. Pray for us and everything. And yes, if you guys don't get a notification or anything, then just roll through to the channel 3:15. We should be live by then. Just need to sort out the thumbnail and everything. But yeah, I'm getting that buggy crap from YouTube as well. So
yeah, so
we'll wing it. We'll see where it goes.
That's it. So yo, big up everyone for still finding the stream. Appreciate you lot.